I mean, are we so back or what?
We are so back.
So back because man, Seahawks got the dub. We're
I'm
what
not built
seven
for.
and five now.
We are sole possession of number one in the NFC West where we belong. Just enjoy it while it lasts. We should have done that last time at the beginning of the season, but I don't think I'm built for this, man.
I'm not either. Like if you can just like the timeline of a Seahawks fan, it's like okay, we're about to watch a game. A good chunk of it is like, wow, this is hell to watch. I'm gonna turn this off, and then the last little sliver is like, oh
we
wow,
won.
we won.
Yeah, basically. Oh
It's
man.
it's funny because we were losing at one point like 21-7, and then after that, it's just scoring, scoring, and scoring, and basically we won 26-21. So we basically put 26 unanswered points on the Jets, which again, like we said, this could have been a trap game in the last when we did the preview for this. Like it could have been a potential trap game. It technically was. We almost, well, how we both felt watching that first half, thought we were just going to lose because we
Yeah.
didn't think we were just going to get all those points back. But lo and behold, there's the Seahawks.
There are 30 other teams in the NFL that would have beat us if we started off like that against them, and
Oh,
that's how it goes. But we seem to be good luck. Like you can see it right here. We're 7-0 in MetLife, and look at the figures that we got on there. We got Leonard Williams is pick six up on here. We got Spoon, we got Russ, Bobby. Is that Byron Maxwell, Marshawn Lynch, like Sherman? Like this is dating back
mm.
13 years. It looks like maybe more.
Yeah,
And
with the
we
mix of games from both the Giants and the
the
and the
Jets, yeah,
Jets
at
there. So,
MetLife.
but either way, 7-0 in that stadium. Love it. Love to see it. You can't hate it. And you got to show the tweet from Gino.
Yeah, all right, here we go. I just love it. Gino was all business.
Yeah, if for the context for some folks that don't know, one, this meme is basically like you're posted up at your hater's funeral, or excuse me, like at your hater's funeral. So that's Gino because he was originally drafted by the Jets. Obviously, the Jets fans actually eventually hated him at the very tail end, which was like I think like a year and a half or 2 years, 2 seasons in,
Yeah.
and then now he's here. He got his revenge, and so did Leonard Williams. He got his revenge game too
I
since he was
forgot
traded
that
from
Leonard
there.
Williams was drafted by the Giants. I thought he was always on the
Or
Jets.
Giants, excuse me. Yeah, at the very least from the MetLife standpoint.
Yeah, like I didn't realize it, but we brought up his name. We might as well get right into it, right? Like, can
Oh
we?
yeah, because Leonard Williams the truth for this game.
All right, we're gonna dedicate the rest of this video to a Leonard Williams appreciation post. Man is
I'm
on.
calling DPOY Defensive Player of the Year. Act like
If he
for
continues
him.
this, you can't argue. Like, there are. I mean, I'm head ass, but this is one of the most dominant defensive displays I think we've seen in a long time. And
Coach McDonald has been doing he's done his job because he is a defensive minded head coach. And these last like what ever since the bye week, this defense.
this defense, and I want to give credit to John Schneider as well too. They did this thing. I think I can't remember. They talked about it on that the on one of the post game shows, but during the bye week, Seahawks did a self scouting type of thing where if they pretended as if they were an opposing team, they were looking at the defense and trying to pick out unbiased where the weaknesses were, and they hit the nail on the head. Whatever that exercise was, they addressed it immediately. They
Oh yeah.
unlocked that. I mean, they unlocked that D line because I think that D line was not playing to the best of its ability because they were playing soft. They didn't feel like they had anybody behind them that would cover for them. You know what I mean? But the trade for Ernest Jones and the emergence of Tyrese Knight, and I think Byron
And
Murphy.
getting rid of, you have to remember, getting rid of, like, to actually sit there and say, I think these offseason acquirements does not work out at linebacker and getting rid of both.
Yeah, and that is and that I mean that is a culture I want us as an organization to have, to not double down on mistakes and to just make the right move and take it going forward. I think one other thing too, I think we've probably kind of not appreciated that. I think Byron Murphy has grown a little bit too. I was watching his performance. He had a couple of tackles for a loss, I think, or
He's
not tackles
been
for a loss, but
really good. He's been really good in the run game for us. It's
yeah.
one of those like unsung heroes kind of vibe, but every time he's been in these past few weeks, he's been helping out in the run game. And again, we've in this game we held Bryce Hall to 60 yards of rushing.
Yeah.
So
And he eats up double teams, and what that does is that opens up guys like Mafe, Hall, Leonard Williams, and
Draymond Jones, because
Draymond
whenever he's
Jones.
in though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, at least for Leonard Williams, let's rattle off his numbers, though, at least from this tweet. He's gotten 10 tackles in these last couple of weeks, six for a loss, 4.5 sacks, a pick six QB hits, and two pass deflections. And it's not mentioned here because it was on an extra point, but he also has a blocked kick. Like,
Yeah, and
dude is dominant.
I believe he's also the first player in the last 30 years to get a tackle, a pick, a blocked kick, and a pick six in the game.
Yeah, like it's like you're coming up with weird stats, like weird historical facts, because like it's such an anomaly that the what he's been doing these last couple of weeks. And I know like the Jets aren't a good team right now. Let's just call it how it is. I mean, they have the ability to play well. I
You
think
sure? Because like we were making them look good in that first half.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
what
say they aren't.
they aren't. But like did we win that game or did they lose that game? It kind of came down to that towards the end. And I think we just kind of kept our composure. And composure is a key word there because Jets gave up like 5 penalties on Charbonne's, game, ultimately game-winning drive, right?
hmm
But
Oh yeah, that one. I even was looking at like some of the enemies, like or some people reviewing it,
yeah,
like this game, and they were just basically saying like the Jets. The Jets is just not a good team. They're soft. They can't like they're not tough. They like whenever they have any hardship like up front, any obstacles, they can't really overcome it. And I'm like, dang, that it's not like you're wrong, but like for the
yeah,
Jets, like it's one of those things with the Jets where we don't know what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers, especially after everyone's been seeing him and stuff like that. Because he had 185 yards this game, 2 touchdowns and an interception. But then the question is like, who gave it up for like who was the stinker then for the Jets on this one? Was it Rodgers himself? You have to put some blame to him. But is it the offense as a whole? Was it the defense too? Because they couldn't stop us in the you know we had like well I think it was like I'm trying to remember yeah it's like about 26 unanswered points. Was it their defense? It doesn't matter because like at the end of the day we went in there and did what we had to do. We had that fourth down conversion by Smith and Jigba. Like that was a really good play there because our punter's hurt and stuff like that,
dude,
and we needed that.
he's our number one receiver. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, yeah, DK got 9 targets to JSN's 4, but JSN converted all 4 for 74 yards, and they came in crucial situations.
They're usually deep, but I just do it again. Wide receiver 1A and B. It doesn't matter which one you want to put them in. Like we have 2 good outside, and to the point where we set up Lockett to just well, technically speaking,
Lockett,
JSN is the slot right is playing slot right now for us, while Lockett's still on the outside. And I believe for JSN, I don't quote me on this. There's been some like as this in slot, he's like starting to get like top like he's starting to get in top 5 in like targets, receptions, yards. I don't know about touchdowns, but he's starting to get up there from the slot. Very dangerous for the position, and Ryan Grubbs has been doing what he's supposed to do from the offensive coordinator standpoint and utilizing him. So like I said, like Lockett's just been good just for locking us up
yeah.
and getting us to getting no pun intended getting us there like locking us up for like those crucial catches. And then AJ Barner, he got a touchdown.
I think that was
So
his first one,
that's
right? I
something.
don't think he had
Yeah,
one all season. And I hope he kept that game ball because good for him. I think he's going to be a good
that's no,
tight
no,
end.
that's his second touchdown of the season. He got one
Okay.
before.
Okay. Yeah. But even then, like, he is, it, I feel like it's a lot easier to develop into a catching tight end than it is to develop into a blocking tight end. And he's a primarily a blocking tight end, and they're
hmm
just teaching him how to run routes. You know what I mean? I
hmm
think, you could have bad hands. You can't teach good hands, I guess. But, he's developing, and I think he's going to be a pretty good two-way tight end going forward for us.
I think he can potentially maybe if he keeps progressing throughout this season, we can possibly look to trading Noah Fant for some
Yeah.
either like a pick or another player and stuff like that, and just roll with with Barner. But if we feel like we need another tight end just to solidify the tight end room again, we're gonna probably get like a late round pick
Yeah.
for a tight end at some point. So either way, I loved where our offense was. I love the receivers, what they were doing. Again, Jackson Smith and Jigba and Metcalf were doing their thing. Geno Smith, he had he had no picks this game. That's all I was at. This is a game where we definitely did not need a pick, and glad for it. 206 yards for Geno and a touchdown. K9, he got held only to 49 yards, so it wasn't a great day for him. But this was something we talked about. Like, they have a good rush defense, and it was going to all be determined in the pass.
Yeah.
And of course, in this game, I guess where else we're going to get points from the defense. So
Yeah, and I just threw up the PFF grades here. I mean, they are advanced metrics, which are like, the further away you get, away you get from the game, the less it means anything. But Leonard Williams came out with a 92.6, Julian Love 86.1, who's having quietly a Pro Bowl season. Like,
give Julian Love his credit.
He is. We have leaders in all levels of our defense, and I think this is what I was talking to you about in the beginning of the season, where I was worried. I was like, "There's so many new faces. Who are our leaders?" Julian Love has stepped in as the de facto leader, I think, on our defense. Him coupled with guys like Leonard Williams. Witherspoon is going to grow into that role too, just because of his personality. But Julian Love is the orchestrator from that back line. And I mean, you could say Ernest Jones and guys like that are too. But and then Woolen, I thought had a quiet day. And in the business of being a cornerback, that's a fucking good day, ain't it? He only he had 80, basically an 80 rating in PFF. Kobe Bryant 77 at 0.5, Gino 75.9, which for his pretty middle of the road stats, we'll take it, as long as Gino wasn't actively out there trying to lose the game like special teams was. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, so they're not trying to test Woolen, but like, I'm so glad that like our corners are really good. And here's one thing I didn't know: we were running more high, like 3 high safeties now.
Yeah,
that's including Kobe Bryant, as a safety now. So that's really been interesting. So we're starting to run that again, which is what we were supposed to run if with Jamal Adams. So from before, which I know you don't like.
Speaking of which, you see he's on the lines now.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they signed him to the practice squad. I was like, okay, well, good for you, man. All more power to you.
Wait, who signed who to the Lions?
Jamal Adams.
Why is he there? They let him go or something?
I guess.
Because he was on the Titans, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. And then I just saw that they posted him, or they signed him to the practice squad.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you think about like where he was to where he is now. But that's the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the last 4 games. This is the tweet you kind of talk about here. The last 4 games of the defense, right? Because the defensive unit, I'm giving all credit to McDonald and like that coaching staff. Because look at these points over the last some games.
And these are good teams. I mean, the Arizona is arguably the hottest team in the NFC West. SF, they still had CMC was back. He was healthy. Brock Purdy was there. They had a relatively full team. Only gave up 17 points compared to, I think, the 31 or something like that we gave up at the beginning of the season. Rams we're getting healthy, and we kept them to 13. Jets, they put 14. I will say 7 because the special teams were an absolute abomination this week, right?
Oof, that's one of the, I think it was Laviska Shenault Jr. had like a fumble. He fumbled was it not a punt return, a kickoff return, right?
Yeah, here it is.
Man, I think they're gonna figure something out. I don't know if that's Gruden. Oh my gosh, man!
And then he just kind of he was live and he just popped the ball out.
Yeah, I mean he was already like stumbling forward. I saw that play and I was like, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah, I mean it's not Gruden, it's Harbaugh, and I think the Harbaugh family has it out against the city of Seattle.
Yeah, so with Harbaugh over there, I don't know if I think we need new return folks. I think that's one thing we're going to be looking for. If not right now, I would kind of look for some replacements, but if not right now, definitely in the offseason, go find like maybe even draft a kickoff return and a punt return specialist to begin, similar to when we got Lockett all those years ago.
I will take anybody that can catch a football. Can we just start there? Like, I don't even care if you can't run fast. Like, I'll throw Leonard Williams out there. He's got better hands than D. Williams. And
please. Yeah, no. So I mean, that's the one thing. If anything, I'm just gonna say this right now: we're not gonna win the Super Bowl. This is just for every Seahawks fan out there. We're not gonna win the Super Bowl, and I don't even think we're gonna make it to the Super Bowl. That's just me. Again, Let's
take it one step at a time. Are we even going to make it to the playoffs?
There you go. That's what I'm saying. One step, because right now we can still all of a sudden like just throw the season away and then just miss it. We can go 7-9 right now, or 7-10 right now if all else failed, right? So, that's just one thing to keep in mind. I'm just going to take this as the season goes. Let's just see what, can we overcome hardship, with the team, and can we get back into a play? If we just miraculously get a playoff run here with McDonald's first season, I think that's still a good standpoint. Even if not, we're going after this season, we're still going to be good all the way into the future with the Seahawks, though. Overall, though,
Yeah.
but either way, love this win. I love how we had a hardship facing us in that first half, and then we said, you know what, that second half fix ups and whatever they did, adjustments, and it worked out in our favor with that dub.
Dude, yes, we had hardships, but damn, we applied them to ourselves, don't we? Gosh.
Oh, don't get it twisted. I know some Seahawks fans out there had ulcers.
We had two muff kicks to begin that game, right? And then,
oh yeah,
so if you guys, I mean, like the way the game kind of went, I think it went 2 quick 3-and-outs, and then Jets got the ball, they marched down the field, and they got a touchdown. I think that was the only touchdown. Their first touchdown was the only one I really blamed on the defense. Second one,
there was a pick. There was a pick on one with Gino.
Yeah, no, not on Gino. That was there was another muff kick actually right after that. Like they scored that touchdown. D. Williams it like literally hits them right on the nameplate, or right on the numbers. Like, come on, like just grab it, like, you know what I mean? Shit.
Yeah, no, I don't get. I get it, man.
And
so
then, after that, they scored. I wouldn't blame the defense on that. In that field position, we get the ball back, we get a touchdown, and then what do we go do? We let a 99-yard kick return for a touchdown. Like,
shame.
We are like, the special teams are trying to lose this game. Like, that's how bad.
Yo, it was. And even I said, I kind of said this in the beginning. Even I was just like, man. I don't know how did we win this game when I saw 21-7, and I was like, how did we even win this? And you see it, the Jets capitulated after that first half. They had no answer in the second half.
No,
they couldn't score in the second half. So that's
Leonard Williams had a pick six for 92 yards. Like, what are we fucking doing?
Someone in the comment section of a Jets fan reaction video said that was the first time in MetLife Stadium a 300-pounder scored on us.
God, they're coming up with weird stats or weird facts. Field Goals had a hilarious headline, which was Seahawks and Jets do a bunch of drugs, see what happens.
Basically, they're just like, let's cook it up. Let's see. Oh, we still get a win.
Yeah. So the special teams, dude, we got to figure that out. And, somebody that came from the Ravens, where, when you're with John Harbaugh, who was a special teams coach, hopefully Mike McDonald can get something figured out. And I think we just need to find somebody that doesn't fumble the ball. Like, we've fumbled more this season, or given up more scores this season than we did in the previous 10 combined. Like, it's it's ridiculous. It's unheard of.
Yeah, man. Otherwise, let's not get anything twisted. The Jets defense still was really good, pretty good. I would at least say in the first half against us. Besides our mistakes of shooting ourselves in the foot with the special team. But Keenan Williams, he got a sack on us. And what did we say about McDonald the fourth on the Jets defense? We said to watch out for him. He had 8 sacks. Now he's at 10 sacks after this game. That man got 2 sacks on us.
The dude just looks like his picture just looks mean. Like, he just looks like he wants to hurt me. I'm like, what did I ever do to you, man? It's funny. You know what that reminds me of?
He's really good. I all respect. I was giving him respect, but when we did the preview for this game, giving him respect now for this game too, because that shows you how much he has gone for, like, he has come forward as an edge player in general, because that's one thing some people don't understand. Like, when you get an edge or even a defensive lineman, a tight end, it takes a good season. Now, you're going to have the really great ones, the elite ones where they can just come in their rookie seasons and wreck shop. Because I don't think McDonald the fourth was like that in his rookie season, but like this season, I believe this is his sophomore season. If I'm correct, he's doing it really well.
Yeah,
I think he's leading. If he's not leading the NFL in sacks, he's pretty close. Oh, this is his 3rd season. Okay, so this is his 3rd season.
He's got 10 sacks on the year, dude.
Yeah,
Shit.
10 sacks.
That kind of happened out of nowhere.
I told you. Remember, I said before he was at 8 sacks.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Also, it's good to see DJ Reed. He was kind of bitching about it about the end of the game, about how the reffing sucked, but he was also out there like taunting Charles Cross and stuff like that. So we loved him when he was on our team. Fuck you now, but
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Uh, and then other guys. I mean, you can't argue the Jets know how to coach a defense, even with
Mhm.
the firing of Robert Saleh, and Quincy Williams got a sack on us as well too. But I think before we go, I think you wanted to talk about we had a new starter on our offensive line.
Oh yeah. Satoa Lamea,
Yeah,
the guard that we just I think when we talked about at the
6th round pick, I
midseason
think.
mark. Yes, at the midseason, the Seahawks midseason review from us, we were literally out of that draft class. We were pretty much start everyone on that draft cat, everyone except for Lamea at the time was starting. This was his first complete start. He had like a couple of rough, like, hey, it was a fight, but otherwise, he was fighting his ass off
Yeah,
in the middle to the point where Charbonnet got a touchdown off of a block from him.
yeah,
And I will take that. We need something at the guard position, man.
yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I think this one is, yeah, that's up above, and I think that's him right there. And that number, he's on the floor, number
Yeah, he's on
60
the
something
floor,
right
but
here.
he cleared up the. I'm not sharing. The Zim right here. He cleared up the hole that Charbonnet kind of burst through, and we've talked
Do we
about
have the
this.
other tweet? Do we have the other tweet where it's from the line of scrimmage?
I can find it, I think, but it's if it's in our
The
thing.
bookmarks probably.
Yeah, but we talked about this a lot, where Charbonnet is kind of a guy that goes up the middle, like he's an in between the tackles kind of running back, and
Hmm.
he you need good guard play for that to be there, and that was the first time we've had good guard play. You're looking at this one? Oh no, this is the
Not
pick
that
six.
one.
Yeah,
That one right there. There it is.
yeah. Let's see. Let me flip it back over.
So you can at least see.
At the 8-yard line, down 21-19. There's Zach Charbonnet right here.
Yeah, so
Way
Lemay
all
is
set
right there, right next to
Watch
Gino.
72, Big Abe Lucas, the right tackle here. Come off the ball. Short yards, he sells out right here.
Number 63, there he is.
Yeah, there he
Good
is.
job by the
And
tight
you
end
can
right
see
here.
that
And Charbonnet jumps
cleared
right
up the
through.
gap.
Jumps right through the gap. Breaks the tackle right there. Nobody else from the Jets is there.
And after that, that's Charbonnet.
Into the end
Yeah.
zone from 8 yards.
And he can be elusive. He has that ability. It's
He just needs a chance at the
Yeah.
line of scrimmage, and he's never really had that chance, especially when we use Charbonnet. So
he's arguably more of a bell cow back than Kenneth Walker is. Kenneth Walker is a lot more explosive, and we take advantage of it, and that's what we need. But what we should be is if we are able to. Charbonnet is the kind of guy. I mean, not saying that he can be this, but he's the kind of guy that'll run up the middle, get you 3-4 yards every single time, and just beat down a team. You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
But you need to
yeah,
have that
for
good
sure.
offensive line play to get there.
Yeah, man. Otherwise, I mean, it was a good all around. I think good comeback from the team. Good, like, hey, Leonard Williams having his 2 sack, 1 interception, pick six game, and all that. Man, I think this was a really good turnout for the whole team. Love to see it. I can't wait for this next game against the Cardinals because we have a chance to sweep someone in the NFC West for a change. So
Yeah, but you know how it is. We'll just take it one step at a time. And if you want to hear our thoughts on that, you can catch that on our preview. It'll be coming out in the coming days. You got anything else for us here?
I got nothing else, man. Otherwise, go Hawks and just keep the train rolling.
Yes, keep the train rolling. And that's all from us here at Miss Reps. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you again next time.
Peace.